So, I know I have promised y'all a makeup tutorial. Well, this is gonna be a good one, so it's gonna be real interesting. So stay tuned. So we're gonna start out priming the face with the Clean Color Duos, which this is the setting spray, this is the primer. So we're just gonna take the primer and spray it all over the face. Also, I did wash my face before this, so might be a good thing to do before you use your primer.
Next, the setting spray. That's not correct.
The primer, if it's not like set right or whatever, if you do have like spray primer, sometimes I will blot it in and get it where I need it on the skin with a beauty blender. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Now, I have oily skin, so I don't put my foundation everywhere. I do if it's like actual special like good makeup that I need to do, but I just take my foundation in Tarte Shape Tape, the new one, but I just put it down here on the wand, and same thing with the other side. Then I'll put some on my chin and some up top. A little bit does go a long way with this foundation. So now I'm going to take my, some people do use beauty blenders. I have like oily skin and I don't know if that affects it, so I don't use a beauty blender. I use it sometimes, like if it's under the eyes, if it's places like I can't get or something like that, then I will use a beauty blender. Try not to like smooth it out or anything. You want to like blot it into the skin or whatever it's called, tap it into the skin. I'm not really good at these, to be honest, because but if you do drag it across the skin, all it's gonna do is leave marks, and we don't want that, sis. Next stop. So I do have my Shape Tape concealer, as you can see where I didn't put the foundation, and I just think it's too much to keep layering each other. So I do my foundation first, then I put the concealer right under your eye. If you have Shape Tape, don't put too much, because again, this does go a long way, and if you put too much, it's just gonna look cakey. So then you're gonna put some on your chin to highlight some areas, some on your nose, right here, right above the lip, and right up here, just to highlight the center. So you're just gonna blend that out with the same brush. This is a Tarte brush, foundation brush, but you can't get it off Tarte because it's like a bundle. It comes in a bundle. So yeah, if you do want a good brush, a foundation brush, get one from Morphe. They have really good ones. I actually just told my mom to buy hers, and she did, and she loves it. So, and it's cheap. I think it's like $12. And that's really good for a foundation brush. So I do have these mini little beauty blenders, and that's where I get like up under the eye, places I can't like really dig in with the brush. So next up is setting powder, which you can buy this at Walmart, whatever. It's good, it lasts a long time, so I don't use nothing big and expensive because who has the money? Not me. Also, if you do have oily skin, it is really good to bake. I really push that with people that have oily skin because it, like, again, the powder just soaks up all of the oil and really helps it last longer. So, also it just blends in, like, helps your not your foundation. It helps your concealer too. So you just put some on your chin, just wherever you put that concealer. And you're gonna leave that on there to bake. A lot of people ask me how I do my brows, and everybody that I've taught so far has done really good. So I am taking the Milani in the shade 04 Dip Brow. It comes with a little thing. It's like $7, but it's the best that I've found and good for the price. So I just use it. So when you want a detailed brush, and you want it to be as flat and stuff as possible. So you don't want to get too much on your brush at first, so you just kind of dip in and make sure, and then you just squish it together kind of. It's weird, but that's what I do, so people ask me. So you make sure that is on your brush. Then what I start out by doing is go right here. I know that's weird, but that's just how my brows are. So I start out by going right under here and making a sharp line. I don't know if I can see that because my mirror is kind of bright, so. And then I go on top. And I just kind of fill in the middle part first. So then, after that is gone, why am I talking so proper? Then you're gonna dip into it again, do the same process what I said. Then you're gonna take it and go around and get that into the point. So you're gonna go back where the under eye was and go around and down. And then start from the top, go around the top part and come down to meet it, but don't do like a box. Make sure you go towards the end where you stopped at the other line. Now you're gonna get a little bit more on your brush for this part, because this is the most important part actually, I think. So right under the top part of your brow, you want it to fade out from lightest to darkest. So you're gonna wanna make sure it's detailed and make one line right under. Then you're gonna kind of go from the bottom to the top and just fade it out. Don't press too hard, or you'll make it too dark. Also, if you don't have, like, if your brows are not intact and you don't want to feel the pain of the tweezers, or you don't want to pay to go get them done, you can literally go get these little scissors. Now, if you're not good with hurting yourself, don't do this at home. Anyways, you can take little scissors and like trim all these bottom hairs. You can actually get these from the Dollar Tree, but you're gonna wanna trim all of these down here, and then you can like shape up if you just go along the line. But if you don't feel like you can, go to professional. Go to professional. Now I'm gonna go do this one off camera. See in just a second. Brows done. Now you're gonna want to take your concealer again, and we're going to conceal them. If I can find my brush. Found it. Now, don't use a heavy fluffy brush. You're going to want to use a flat brush. And if it's not, you can take your fingers or a makeup wipe or something to flatten it. Your concealer, whatever kind you have, whatever works, just put a little bit on your brush. Don't know if you can see that, YouTube hands. And you're just going to you're gonna start right here and just carve them out, that's all. And you're gonna make a straight line and just carve them out. If you finish your brows, whatever, you're gonna go ahead and wipe off if you didn't get powder everywhere, because I know it is a mess too. I use the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder foundation. And it's really good, especially if you have oily skin, again, to just put everywhere you didn't put the other powder. We're moving on to the eyes, which was an eye look that I let my Instagram/Snapchat choose, and I'll put that poll results in now. I am going to use my two Morphe palettes, the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe and my Morphe 35O palette. First, what we're going to do before we put the eyeshadow on is I'm going to put my Smashbox 24-hour photo finish primer. And it doesn't take a lot. Again, if you have oily skin, I highly recommend this. It will help keep on your your eyeshadow, and it won't crease. It does really good, and a little bit, as you can see, goes a long way. Now just put that, you can use a brush or your finger. I just use my finger because why not? And I think I got too much, but okay. And you just put that all over the lid or where you're gonna put, especially in the crease, but put it all over where you would put your eyeshadow. Now, in order for this to dry matte down, you have to let it sit for 1 minute. So, I'll be back. I am going to take my Morphe M504 brush and go into the shade Up Front. And it's a flat, regular white shade, just to go ahead and cover. It's going to cover the lid. It's like a base before we get our other eyeshadows on. Now that you have the white all over your eye, we're going to take the shade Burnt Spice, which is this one right here, and just on a blending brush for the eye, tap that off and I'm just gonna put it in the crease for right now, just a light layer just to get it, you know, down. Now we are going into the Jaclyn Hill palette, into the shade Hunts right up here. And it's kind of like a darker version of the color we just put on. And we're just gonna put that right in the crease. Now, if you have like a more dense brush, go ahead and take that same shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and you're just going to tap some on there and put it, just deepen the crease up a bit. Now we're going to take the same Jaclyn Hill color and just go in with it, just a little bit, not the whole way at all, just right. Now we're going to get our concealer back out and use the same brush that we used to conceal our under eye and dip into that. Now, to cut the crease, you want to make sure it's a sharp line this way. We're not doing a full cut crease, we're doing a half cut crease. And that means we're going to stop it through here. So, we're going to start going from out here, from the inside out. Now you're going to want to fill in the bottom part. Now we're going to do the other what. Now after you've cut both of your creases, go ahead and set that with that same white color in the Morphe palette, or any white really. Now you're going to take that same fluffy blending brush and go back into the two colors, or one of the colors that you used to do the crease, and you're just going to bring it over and blend it into the back of the crease that you cut. Do not take it all the way in. This is just to blend it. Now I am going to dip into this shimmer white, like kind of like highlighter, and it's in the shade in Light. And I'm going to dip into it and pack it where that white was, just to give it some shimmer. With that same white, I like to highlight up here with the brown line. the Tarte's Pro Duo White Glow, and it's got like a more subtle shimmer, and this has the actual glitter. And I'm going to put that right in the center like the picture says. Now that that is dry, we're going to go ahead and contour, because before we put our wings on our eyes, we don't want the contour to mess it up or get yucky or whatever. So I'm using one of the Tarte single bronzers, and I do have two different brushes. I have a big fan brush and a small like contour brush, but I've been loving the fan brush. It really gets up here in your hairline, so I'm probably going to use both. You're going to want to make like kind of like a 3, you know, kind of what you've been taught. So just make sure you get it. To do the nose contour, I'm just going to take that, just take a small fluffy brush and just go down very easily. Don't press down too hard, because it'll make a big line. You're just going to go down the sides of your nose. Now for the eyeliner, I do have the Tarte, it's like the fiber end, and I have just the regular liquid from Tarte. Then I just have another liquid one that's more just pointy. So I'm just gonna work with what I got. I don't really do wings a lot, but I chose this one, so here we go. We're just gonna go in from the inner corner out with a simple line first, and now for the wing, you just draw a line and kind of just go out. And the top, you're just gonna go like this and bring it in and fill it in. Now this one did call for like a sharper wing, but I don't really like wings on me, so I'm just gonna do a small one. But whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you want to do, you can do that. Now I'm gonna do the other one off camera, and I'll be back. We're gonna go ahead and do our lashes, and we're just gonna curl them right now, just to let the false lashes like have something to lay on. And then now we're just gonna take just some regular mascara and put that on so that it'll blend in with the false lashes. And I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Original Mascara. Just a thin coat. You don't want it to be too thick, or your false lashes, you'll know which one's false and which one's not, obviously. Now for the, drop my eyelash. Now the lash glue will come out a lot. You can use a Q-tip, that's what I do, to go ahead and put it on the lash band, and it really helps just smooth it out so it's not like thick on your lashes. It'll make it really feel like you don't really have lashes on, which that's the whole point. We're gonna trick them haters. Then you're just gonna like wave it around and blow on it. You don't want to put it on as soon as possible because it will look like clumpy and whatnot. This is clear lash glue. It'll dry clear. So, okay. I'm gonna start in the center of the eye and put it right, almost touching my eyelashes. I just killed my eye. So my phone decided to die. This is a bad angle, I know, and I'm working with what I got. But I just took that same shade and went under the lash line with just a little fluffy brush and blended it out underneath. So I just went ahead and applied some grayish black eyeliner under my eyes, and now I'm going to take that same gold we put on the top and put a little line under my lash line. Now I'm going to take some mascara and put it on the bottom lashes. Now we're going to do lips, which is last but not least. And I have a darker brown and I have a nude, and I'm gonna try and do like kind of like an ombre color. So I'm gonna pop this deeper brown color. It's called Honeymoon, and I'm gonna put it through here. Also, this one is called Baby Doll, and it's like a light nude. Really like it. Now that we have the lips done, we're just going to take our setting spray and spray our whole face. So that completes this tutorial. I am getting a new camera on Wednesday, so hopefully next Makeup Monday will be better and that it'll be better quality, but right now we're doing with what we got. So if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up because I'd really appreciate it. Until next Makeup Monday, thanks for watching.